Hi, I'm Chef Rohana. I decided to explain you how to make the sauces. Talk about the sauces. To make the sauces in the world, wherever you go, we use basic liquids. We call it the 5 basic liquids. Let's see what are the 5 basic liquids. To make the sauces, first we have to make the liquids. So we have to know what are the basic 5 liquids. Only 5 liquids we use to make sauces for 1,000 if you want. You will see how I explain you, and after that you will understand how to make the sauces from 5 liquids. Let's go. The first liquid I will mention here white stock. The first one I mentioned here, white stock. That is the first liquid I mentioned here as a first. You can get as a second if you want. But as a first one I mentioned here, white stock. White stock we have to make. I will explain later how to make practically white stock. In short, I am going to explain you. White stock, you can make a meat without browning. You can simmer it and you can drain it and you can get it white stock. You can filter it and you can get white stock. White meat without browning. I will explain you and I will show you how to make the white stock later. But right now, understand, white stock is a first basic liquid. What is the second one? Second one, I get it as a brown stock. Brown stock as a second liquid. How we make the brown stock later on in my YouTube channel, you can see how practically we make brown stock. Brown stock, in short, I explain you, meat, any kind of meat, not the fish, any kind of meat, take it, meat bones, brown it in the oven and put into the kettle, big kettle, and with a mirepoix and everything, and simmer it perhaps 6-7 hours. After that, what are the liquid comings? We take it as a liquid, brown liquid. So brown stock is the second liquid. So brown stock, how to make? I explain you. Brown bone in the oven and put into a kettle, add water, mirepoix, simmer it 5-6 hours. It is very flavorful after that. That is the brown stock. So I will explain you, I will show you how to make the brown stock as a second YouTube channel. So now second one I consider brown stock. First one I consider white stock. Let's see the third liquid, how we use as a liquid. Third one is a tomato. Plus stock. I write down here stock. It's a vegetable stock. Vegetable, boil and take some stock. And tomato is a tomato. Crush it and get it as a tomato. That is the tomato liquid. So we use this one as to make the tomato sauce. So first one white stock, second one brown stock, third one tomato stock. Fourth one, these are all liquids. Basic liquids, how to make the sauces. The fourth one we use as a milk. Regular milk. We use as a liquid milk. We make milk using the milk. A sauce is called bechamel. To make the bechamel sauce, we use milk. What is the fifth one? clarified butter. You know butter. How do you clarify it? You heat it with a low temperature. Then the butter consists of milk solid. Milk solid come to another part, and the butter oil come to another part. Take the butter oil off from the mixture. That is called clarified butter. So how to make clarified butter, I will show you practically later. But now I am explaining how to make the sauces theoretically, understanding what is the theory part. So theory part, 5 basic liquids we need to make 5 mother sauces. Only 5 mother sauces we have in this world. You can derive from this mother sauces 5 into 1,000 million sauces as you like. I will explain you how to make that one. First, we can understand how to get 5 liquids and how to make 5 mother sauces. So these are the 5 liquids: white stock, white bones, simmer and get the white stock. Brown stock, the bones burn in the oven as a brown, simmer it with the water and mirepoix, and we get it the brown stock. Tomato, it's a tomato. Add with the stock, any vegetable stock, and liquid it. That's the tomato stock. We call tomato stock. That's the tomato liquid. Now milk, regular milk, you know as we know. The clarified butter, regular butter, warm it, heat it up, then you will see the milk solid separate, and take the butter oil separate. Take the butter oil off, that is clarified butter. I will show you how to get the clarified butter. Now understand the theory part. Theory is 5 liquids, basic liquids, any time we need to make the 5 mother sauces: white stock, brown stock, tomato stock, milk, clarified butter. Now in short, I am going to explain you very short but detailed manner. Later let's discuss how I make white stock into sauce. This is a stock I am talking, but I am going to show you how to make the sauce. So this one, if you want to make white stock into a sauce, you have to add this is a white roux, R-O-U-X. We call white roux. When you add white stock with white roux, we call it velouté. White stock, white roux, it becomes a velouté. Velouté is a sauce. Basic mother sauce. One of the mother sauces is velouté, that is white sauce. It makes from white stock, add white roux, and it becomes velouté. Velouté is a mother sauce, one of the mother sauces in the world. So you must know what is velouté. If somebody asks what is velouté, velouté is white stock thickening by white roux, and it becomes velouté. Velouté is one of the mother sauces. So white roux. Roux, I am going to explain you what is roux after this discussion. So white roux is the thickening agent. We call it a thickening agent. So now in short I am telling white stock plus thickening agent, white roux, it becomes velouté. Velouté is a white sauce, one of the mother sauces. Now let's go to the second one, brown stock. brown stock, add the thickening agent brown roux, it becomes brown sauce or Spaniel. So now let's talk second one. Brown stock, thickening by brown roux, it called brown sauce, another name, Spaniel, Espagnole, Spaniel. So when somebody says we want to make Spaniel or the brown sauce, same thing. How you make that one? Brown stock, thickening by brown roux, and it becomes brown sauce. So now two sauces we talk. One is velouté, it's a white sauce. One is brown sauce or Espanol, that is brown sauce. It is thickening by white roux and brown roux individually, and we use white stock and brown stock to make these two sauces. This is one. Same name for one sauce, brown sauce or Espanol. Same name. This is very classical names. Wherever you go in the world, they ask in the kitchen, your chef perhaps say, make a Espanol. That's mean brown sauce. Brown sauce made out of brown stock plus brown roux. I'm going to explain you what is roux a little bit later. So now at the moment think about what is roux mean. This is called thickening agent to make the sauces from these stocks. Now we already talked two stocks. One is white, one is brown stock. Let's go to the tomato, third one. This is very simple. Tomato, crush it. That's the tomato. Add some vegetable stock to thin out. That is tomato stock. So very easy. No thickening here. Nothing here. This is called tomato sauce. But basically I am telling tomato sauce, but as soon as you make tomato plus stock, it doesn't come as a tomato sauce, but you have to add some seasoning. You have to add some herbs. There is a way how to get a flavor. But flavor I did not explain here. But I am explaining very simple, shortest way how to make the sauces. But how to make the tomato sauce is not right away like this, but you have to add some seasoning, salt and pepper, garlic, parsley. For this one, different kind of mirepoix, everything. What is mirepoix I'm going to explain later. But everything I cannot explain right now. But now in short, very simply, keep in mind tomato plus stock is become tomato sauce, but no thickening here. Let's go to the fourth one. This is the one. The milk. You know milk what is? So milk as a liquid, out of 5 basic liquids, milk is one of the liquids. So the milk add white roux, it becomes bechamel. BCHMEL, bechamel. We call it bechamel sauce. How to make bechamel sauce? Basically, you must understand right away. You have to use milk plus white roux as a thickening agent, and it becomes bechamel. But don't think that exactly as soon as you mix with milk and white roux, it becomes bechamel. No, you have to season it. You have to add nutmeg, you have to add onion, you have to add clove. So I will explain you how to make bechamel practically later. But simply, I am explaining right away. If somebody talk to you, what is bechamel sauce? Then you must understand bechamel sauce is milk plus white roux is become bechamel sauce. But how to make bechamel sauce? You have to add some more seasoning over there. I will explain you later. But this is another mother sauce, bechamel sauce. It's a white sauce. We call it white sauce, but use the bechamel name. That's very classical terminology. But say bechamel, it's a white sauce. So now we learn three mother sauces, main mother sauces. One is velouté. Velouté is a white stock plus white roux. It becomes velouté sauce. And the brown sauce or espagnol called brown stock plus brown roux thickening agent. It becomes brown sauce or espagnol. Third one, tomato sauce, that is direct tomato plus stock. It's a tomato, no thickening agent here, keep in mind. And the milk, fourth one, and the white roux as a thickening agent, and it becomes bechamel, one of the another basic mother sauces. So now 4 mother sauces we learn already. The fifth one, the clarified butter. I told you beginning how to get the clarified butter. Heat up the butter. It does separate the milk solid and the butter oil, and not high heat, very low heat. And then you can separate the butter oil off. That is called clarified butter. So no water is there, no milk solid over there. That's a clarified butter. The clarified butter thickened by egg yolk as a thickening agent. Egg yolk as a thickening agent you can use with the clarified butter. We call it Hollandaise sauce. We call it Hollandaise sauce. So to make, if somebody asks how to make Hollandaise sauce, basically very simply you can answer. You have to get clarified butter and egg yolk as a thickening agent, and it becomes Hollandaise sauce. But this is not exactly the way how to make Hollandaise. Practically, we have to add some more for flavoring and seasoning and everything. But I will show you later how to make Hollandaise sauce practically. This is only theoretically. You must know how you make the mother sauces. These are called mother sauces. These are called 5 basic liquids. 5 basic liquids we use to make the 5 mother sauces. So when we, in the world, wherever you go, these are the mother 5 sauces you have to use to make any kind of sauces. You can derive from these sauces into 1,000 million sauces as you like, whatever you add with that one. You will learn later how to make different kind of sauces with different names. But the basically first mother sauces, you must know what are those mother sauces. When you go for interviews, they ask, what are the 5 mother sauces? You explain to them, 5 mother sauces is velouté, brown sauce or espagnol, tomato sauce, bechamel sauce, and Hollandaise sauce. Those are the 5 mother sauces in the world. Nothing else. Nothing else. If somebody asks at the interview, what are the 5 basic liquids you use to make the 5 mother sauces? These are the 5 basic liquids. White stock, brown stock, tomato stock, milk, and clarified butter. I think it's very clear now what are the basic liquids, 5 liquids, what are the mother sauces, 5 mother sauces in the world we use as a chef. anywhere you go to, any country in the world, you must say this one, this is the one we use to make different kind of sauces. So this is the basic thing you have to learn. So therefore keep in mind very well, this is 5 liquids, 5 mother sauces. This is other sauces derived from these mother sauces as you like, adding different kind of things. It names different. When you add mushroom, another thing, different. So when you add the tomato sauce and the white sauce together, when you add bechamel sauce plus tarragon, what is the sauce it comes? So you can derive a lot of 1,000 million sauces, different names out of these mother sauces. So keep in mind, I think it's clear. This is good for housewife as well, but it's very complex and very advanced knowledge. So that if you like, you can learn. But all the cooks, students and other cooks in the kitchen must have a good knowledge about this. Sometimes in the kitchen, I will tell them, okay, I need a bechamel sauce. Then the cook must have an understanding and the knowledge how to make the bechamel sauce basically. Okay, bechamel sauce. Okay, milk and the white roux as a thickening agent. He has an idea now. Now we think about what are the seasoning, what are the ingredients we add with that one to make the bechamel sauce. So therefore, keep in mind everybody, this is the 5 liquids basic in the world. This is the 5 mother sauces in the world. Now, I told you several times, these are the thickening agents. To thick it, we thick the stock to become a sauce. So what is the roux? I'm going to explain you. Roux. There's a good word, R-O-U-X. This is called roux. R-O-U-X is called roux. Roux is a thickening agent classically we use in a kitchen. How we make roux? To make a roux, you always use flour plus fat. Flour and fat. Heat it. Heat must give to this mixture. But when you add flour and fat to make the roux, you have to get equal portion by weight. An equal portion, mix them together and heat it up low heat. By weight, you have to get the equal portion. Keep in mind that one, how to make the roux. Roux is the basic, very important thickening agent we use to make these sauces or any kind of sauces. Now I'm going to tell you why the fat I use for this one, to flour. Why we cannot put flour direct to this liquid and make the sauces. We cannot do that one. Reason, the flour, the smallest part we call granules, G-R, granules. Granules mean the smallest part of the flour, very tiny, very smallest part. Those granules, if you put direct into this stock and mix them, the granule doesn't separate with this hot stock. Then what will happen, the granules get together, stay all the time. As soon as the heat comes, the outside is gelatinization faster, therefore the water doesn't come inside, therefore it makes lumps. Lumps mean thick pieces. If the sauce becomes lumpy, then you are not going to get good, thin, clear sauces. Therefore you have to separate from flour into granules. The most important 2 items there, how to separate granules, otherwise no other way. One is fat, I write down here fat. Other one, first one fat, second one cold water. fat and cold water is the only two items which we can get a help to separate the granules from the flour. Without separating granules, we cannot make the roux. If you make the roux, or if you use the flour direct into stock and make the sauces, it get lumpy. Lot of lumps coming. Reason, as soon as you put the flour, it gelatinizes outside, doesn't allow the water to come inside, it get lumpy, big lumps. So we have to separate the granules first to make before putting to the stock. Then what we do, we use fat and cold water. If you like fat, if you use fat, we call it roux. If you use cold water, we call it slurry. I'll explain next that one. So the fat we use to separate granules of the flour. That is why we use fat. Any kind of fat. Vegetable oil, butter, animal fat, anything you can use just to make the roux. Roux means flour and fat. Heat it up, low heat, you can make the roux. That is called thickening agent. That thickening agent we use to the stock to make the sauces. Without separating the granules, we cannot put into here the flour, it get lumpy. So therefore, we have to make the roux. Roux means separation of granules from the flour. We add fat. Fat is one of the helpful liquid item to separate the granules. You understand that one. Now, let's go to the another separation is the cold water I told you. Now you can make flour plus cold water. Flour plus cold water. That is not roux. We don't call that one roux. We call it slurry. Slurry. Flour plus cold water is called slurry. S-L-U-R-R-Y, slurry. Roux and slurry we can use as a thickening agent, but little different there. Roux is with the butter, fat. As a fat we use as a butter. It's a flavorful, very flavorful. But the slurry becomes flour and water. It's no flavor. Therefore, as a chefs, as a cooks, we use lot of time the roux. Roux is the more flavorful for the sauces. Therefore, this one slurry, if you are lazy, if you don't like to flavor much, okay, use slurry, but no flavorful. So it is called slurry, flour and cold water. So now you understand these are two thickening agents. Why we use the fat and the cold water? We use fat and cold water. Those are the two items help us to separate the granules from the flour. That's why we use these two items. Without separating, we cannot put into direct flour here because it get lumpy. That is why we make roux or slurry. But slurry we don't use because it's not flavorful. But roux we use, it is flavorful because we use as a fat the butter or some flavorful animal fat or something. So therefore we use always to make the sauces with this roux. But animal fat don't use with everything because it's an animal fat. So therefore use butter always. Internationally, universally, everybody use the butter. Clarified butter, no milk solid there. I told you beginning how to make the clarified butter. We separate from the milk solid and we take from the butter oil out with giving the low heat. So all these things, so slurry. Now we talk about this, what are the thickening agent? Thickening agent, slurry or roux. The roux you can make when you make equal portion by weight all the time, but low heat all the time, not high. Three kind of roux we use normally. So one is, I write it down here, here I write it down white, blonde, brown. First, second, third. White roux, blonde roux, brown roux. This roux we can use like that, very low heat, add with the flour and fat together by weight, and white roux becomes very little time cooking, it becomes white roux, no color difference. The blonde roux is, you can give a low heat, but a little bit longer, it comes a golden brown. That is the blonde roux as a thickening agent. Brown roux we make more time cooking, giving the low temperature by weight, mixing flour and butter, and it taking a cooking time longer, it becomes color changing into brown. So it is called brown roux. So the roux, three kind of color: white roux, blonde roux, brown roux. So now white roux we use for milk, and white thickening agent, white roux. How to make white roux I explain you. It make a bechamel sauce. The blonde roux you can use to make white stock. This is called blonde. I can use blonde roux is to make the velouté. To make the velouté, you can use the blonde roux, not the white. If you can use white, yes, there's no wrong, nothing wrong there, but use it the blonde roux. But to make the bechamel, you have to use as a thickening agent definitely white roux, because it is a white sauce. Bechamel is a white sauce. The brown roux you have to use only for the brown stock, because it's a brown sauce. Therefore, brown roux used to make brown roux to make a brown sauce or spaniel. Spaniel is a brown sauce. So now we learn what is roux, what is slurry. Slurry is a flour and the cold water. Why this fat and water we use? To separate the flour granules. Without separating the granules, we cannot put direct to here for thickening as a thickening agent. As a thickening agent, we have to separate the granules. Only two items we have to